Hey, what's going on, guys? Kongman21 here, coming to you with my 31st place deck profile from the St. Peter's Regional. I played none other than arguably one of my favorite decks, Legendary Six Samurai. This deck, I'm playing the FTK variant, which mid-tournament I found out we have 4 different win conditions, which is absolutely hilarious. There are some really good cards in this deck that prove to me that this deck could be a very good rogue contender. I mean, I got 31st. I went 5-3. My lost round 1 was to the guy who won the whole event. Round 2 was a matchup I had no experience with. And then I lost my round 7 due to time because game 1 took forever, game 2 I got it, and then game 3 he cowboyed me for game. Without further ado, we're going to get right into the deck profile. Starting off this list, we play 3 of the Anarchist Monk of the Six Samurai. This is arguably the best card in the deck currently, and the current meta, in my opinion. So, for those of you that don't know anything about the current meta, Mitsurugi Raizel is arguably the best deck right now, closely followed by Malice. This card dunks on Mitsu Raizel because the last line says that if a 6 Samurai monster was Synchro Summon using this card, because he's a 3 tuner, it says that the monster gains the levels of all monsters your opponent controls are reduced by 1. So all the Mitsu Raizel matchups I played, I only lost one of them. And against them, I made this on one of the synchros and said everything loses 1 level. And suddenly they're sitting there with 2 level 3 Raizels and they're going, my rank 4 toolbox deck doesn't work. I can't do anything with this. You can only special summon this guy once per turn if you control another 6 Samurai. That's important to remember because some of the other 6 Sams, they don't have that stipulation. And then the other effect is if he's sent to the grave, not just like synchroed to the grave, but if he's just sent to the grave, so even if your opponent pops him or whatever, you get to add a 6 Samurai quick play spell from deck to hand. Really good card right now, and this last line is what helped me win so much against Mitsurugi Raizel. So 3 of this. We also play 3 of the trainer. Absolutely love this guy as well. He has the same summoning rules as this guy, can only be specialed once per turn. If this one is sent to the grave, you get to add a 6 strike card from deck to hand. And then he has a weird stipulation that if he's used to synchro summon a monster, the synchro monster gains the effect monster's opponent controls lose 500. This didn't really come up, that last effect. It did help in round 2 because the White Force guy forgot about the 500 attack minus, and he was like, "Oh, I'll just skip battle phase." Very funny. Then we also play 3 Kizons. Absolutely love this guy. He is arguably one of the other good card of the deck. Uh, as you can read in the text, if you control face of 6 Sam other than Kizon, you can special this card. So literally, if you just control this, special this, and no matter how many of these you have, you can just keep summoning, which is just stupid. The fact that this isn't a once per turn doesn't matter. The attack stat boost doesn't quite fully matter. It came up once in one game that helped me win, but I was already winning the game from there, and it was just enough to like extra little push. So yeah, 3 Keyzones, really good. Next, which is part of the FTK combo, I play 2 blues and 2 reds. For those of you that don't understand the red-blue combo, what you do is you have 2 cards that can hold Bushido counters. You have blue special summoned. As long as you have a blue on the field, red says you can special summon it, and as long as you have a red, you can special a blue. So you need blue first, then red, then blue. Red's effect is you can once per turn tribute another face-up 6 Sam, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. So fun fact, that is a soft once per turn. So many of my opponents did not understand this is a soft once per turn. Absolutely hilarious. There is shit on my sleeve, and I love it here. So what you do is whenever you have all 3 of these out, you go red effect, tribute blue, target herself, pop herself. Blue effect in grave, you target, whenever he is tributed, you target a different 6 Sam in your graveyard and add it to your hand. And then you remove 4 counters from gateway, add this back to your hand. And then you go, cool, because I control blue, I'll special red, and then because I control red, I'll special blue. Gateway will get 4 counters, which is a net 0 gain. But if you have like Shien's Dojo, you'll get 1 counter for each of these. So as long as you keep doing this loop, you will infinitely gain 2 counters each time. So whenever you show this loop to your opponent, you tell them, I'm going to do this X amount of times, and then you just don't worry about counters unless they destroy your gateway. which surprisingly, no one I played against was playing Ghost Ogre. I didn't see a single Ghost Ogre in the room at all. So honestly, like if no one's playing Ghost Ogre, this deck could be really good right now. Next, we play one Grandmaster. He is a name. I need to get new sleeves. These are dirty from the regional. Lots of sweaty players, really. Grandmaster the 6 Samurai, he's just another name he can summon himself. If he's destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can target a 6 Sam in your grave, add that to your hand. That never came up for me. But he exists. One Fuma, it's a tuner. This is what helps allow some of your funny synchro plays and everything to help get wins and combo and FTK. One Kageki, I'm only playing one. I've been debating if I want to jump up to 3 for other combo lines and all that. I think next weekend I'll be trying a different build that actually plays 3 of these, and we'll see how it goes from there because it's a different FTK style build. But if he's normal, you can special a level 4 lower 6 Sam monster from your hand while you control face up 6 Sam with a different name. He gains 15 attack. Never really came up. Next, the brick of the deck, 6 Samurai Uriza. I'm sure a lot of people are going, what is this? What does this do? Why is this here? He is here because you'll see later, he is the only 6 Samurai that has exactly 1,000 attack. He does absolutely nothing else, which is hilarious. There were so many times I would summon him with asceticism, and my opponent would pick it up, read it, hand it back to me, and they go, what is the point of this? And I just say, don't worry about it. And then they never would. We do play the one normal monster, Chamberlain of the 6 Samurai. Now, before anyone clicks off this video, we are not playing the Primite cards. This is not why this is here. You will see in the extra deck why we are playing this card. Hand traps, we play 3 Drolin Lockbird and 1 Nibiru. And I guess I can go ahead and jump to it. We do also play 3 Imperm, so there's your hand trap lineup. Next up for spells, 3 ofs. 3 Shen Smoke Signal. Add a level 3 or lower 6 Sam monster from your deck to your hand. This card is great because we also play Reinforcement of the Army, but your main card combos, these guys, are all level 3s and 2s. So you're essentially playing with Rhoda 7 copies of these. Beautiful card, absolutely love it. Kind of funny that this card has not been limited. I mean, we have Gateway limited, and this is still legal. I mean, sure. Next, we play the 3 Shan's Dojos. This card I was talking about earlier. So many people got confused by this card. It's not that hard to understand. So each time a 6 Sam is normal or special summoned, I place a Bushido counter on this card, and then I can send this to the grave to special a 6 Sam or Shan monster from my main deck whose level is less than or equal to the number of counters on this card. I only really ever had to send this card once. This card literally exists for the Gateway Infinite Loop combo because gaining counters, taking off counters, gaining counters, taking off counters. It's just another nice way to help gain counters. Next, we play 3 of the 6 Samurai United. Absolutely funny card. Each time a 6 Sam monster is normally special summoned, you place a Bushido counter on this, max of 2. It's very strict, max of 2. And then you can send this to the grave to draw 1 card for each Bushido counter on this card. I think it was my round 6 or my round 7 opponent who read this card and said, this is busted. And I was like, yes, thank you. Next we play 1 Asceticism. This used to be played at more than 1, but now it's searchable, so now we just don't worry about it because it's essentially always in our hand because we can just keep finding the where do they go? Keep finding off of these guys. So select a face-up 6 Sam monster you control, special 6 Sam monster from your deck with a different name but equal attack. Literally, this is the card that keeps summoning the brick of the deck. Unfortunately, if you open the brick, because the asceticism says it has to be from deck, so if you open this, you're just crying for the rest of the game. It sucks. It really does. I only opened him once the entire tournament, though, so it wasn't that bad. Next, we play the 1 6 strike double assault. You can apply one of these effects, but if you control 2 or more face-up 6 Sams, you apply both. The main reason you play this card is for the first bullet, you special a 6 Sam with 2,000 or less attack from hand or grave. Beautiful card. It allows more synchro plays with these guys. Absolutely love it. And if you already control 2 6 Samurais and you activate this, look, it's a Book of Moon. Change the your opponent controls with 2,000 or less attack to face down defense. It's not a good Book of Moon. It's a Book of Moon, though. It stops some plays. And then during your main phase, you can banish this card from grave and return a 6 Sam from grave to your hand, and you can only use either the bullets or the banish effect uh, once a turn. So unfortunately, the card is not amazing. You can't do this and then add a card back. I wish I could. That would be great. One gateway. Okay, Konami. Listen, the guy I lost to in round one, who got second in the entire event, said that this card should not be at one. He said this card could go to 3 because look at the current power creep that we have in this game. I understand that I got 31st with this deck. This card does not need to be at 1. We are fine to have more copies of this. Uh, the first effect doesn't matter. We never use that effect. The 4 counters add a 6 Sam from deck or graveyard to hand. Beautiful. This is the main reason of the combo. And then the targeted Shion effect monster and grave special summon that target. It doesn't matter. Never came up. For the amazing one-ofs the deck plays, we got one reinforcement of the army because we're all warriors, one called by because we hate hand traps, one cross out because we hate Nib and Droll, and talents because it's talents. I understand limiting this card, but at this point, why not just ban it, Konami? 40 card main deck. I've been asked if there's anything I would change about the deck. Not really. The deck is pretty solid. Maybe you could change the hand trap lineups. You can add more hand traps if you want. It's all personal opinion. On to the extra deck. 2 Legendary Lords, 6 Samurai Shien. Whenever he's Synchro Summoned, you get to add a 6 Samurai monster from deck to hand. He's also a walking monster negate, and I don't know why, but people think that just because I have a walking monster negate, they're assuming it's on field. No, this can negate anything. You're going to hand trap me? Negate it. You're attempting to activate an effect in hand? Negate it. Monster on field? Negate it. I don't care where it is. People also think that like once I use the negate, that's it. It's done. Like I can't negate anymore. No, this is once per turn. The other funny part that people just don't ever read is if the very last effect, if this card in the field would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can destroy one monster you control instead. Congrats. I can just keep protecting him and I can keep my monster negate for next turn. I thought about cutting this card to 1. It's actually crazy at 2 right now. Is Legendary 6 Samurai Shien. The names are very similar. This one is the Lord. This one is not a Lord, even though they look basically exactly the same. This is a spell negate. It doesn't get you to add anything. It's a once per turn spell negate. And then if this would be destroyed, I can destroy another face-up 6 Samurai monster I control. This is a level 5, and he's a level 6. That's really the only difference between the cards. I play this guy. What does he do? I've read him like twice, and I've never summoned him. He's here just because he's another name. He has a cool like banish from grave to bounce monsters your opponent controls. Never came up. This is essentially the flex spot. If you want to play something different, go ahead. 2 Battle Shogun of the 6 Samurai. This card, I swear to God. So it needs 2 warrior monsters, including the 6 Samurai monster. Love it. If this card is League Summoned, you can discard 1 card, add 1 card from deck to your hand that has an effect that places Bushido counters. Guess what that means? You can add Gateway. My round 1 opponent read this card, said, "You're grabbing Gateway, aren't you?" Showed him Gateway, and he went, "This card is stupid. Why didn't we have this card sooner?" This is all the way back from Chim. I forgot what Chim is. I'm blanking on it, but this is part of the special, one of those like secret special editions or whatever they were called, where you could get a random bonus card early. Because then I have a maximum gold printing. Hilarious. And then each time a 6 monster is normal or special summoned to any of the zones he points to, I place a Bushido counter on this. The other win condition with this deck is the very last line that apparently no one paid attention to. This card gains 100 attack for each Bushido counter on the field. So if you do your red-blue combo, you just make like 10 million counters, and you go to combat, swing 10 million. And usually your opponents are like reading it and they go, "Oh, yeah, that just happened." For the FTK enablers, 2 Saryuja. The fact this card still exists in the current metagame baffles me. My camera's not really wanting to focus very well on Saryuja. He looks really cool with the saturation effect. Good lord, I love this. But yeah, the draw 4, put 3 back. Stupid. If you're playing against a deck and they summon a Saryuja and you don't have a way to stop that 4, just scoop, brother. They're finding exactly what they need. One of my games, I resolved this Saryuja, drew 4, put 3 back. In my 4, I drew a cross out, and I opened Nibiru, the one of. Didn't like that at all. Put the Nibiru back, kept the cross out, because I'm like, well, he might be a staggering 8 Nibiru or something. He guy was under Mulch Armies. This is what my board state looked like. He, on resolution, so this happened. I drew off of this. He then decided to activate Droll. I said, I'm going to negate with this. He responded Nibiru, and I went, cool, cross out, call Nibiru. And he went, there's no way you just drew that. I was like, yeah, I drew it off of this. Guy was pretty salty, but if I found out that way, I would be salty too. I forgot about this guy. He was in the wrong spot. Shadow of the 6 Samurai Shion. There was a structured hit that came out for 6am somewhere around the 5Ds era, and this guy was in it. And nowadays he exists in this deck because it's another 6 Sam name, so we get more counters. That's the only reason we play him. And he's a name because Saryuja needs 2+ monsters with different names. Really cool. The 1 Omega, the 1 Emerald, and the 1 Cowboy. This is your FTK enablers. You have synchro plays to go into this. This to help put back Cowboy and your Saryujas. And then whenever you link these two away, you go Omega effect, target this, put these back in your extra deck. So all three are in your extra deck. You summon Cowboy, burn them for 8, do this loop, summon Cowboy again, burn them for 8, do this, summon Cowboy, burn them for 8. And you just repeat that 10 times. I got the FTK set up multiple times. Never had to demonstrate the full 10 loops, because by the second one, most people go, oh, I see what you're doing. They just pick up their cards. What SP Little Knight? This was okay. This was originally just a filler spot that I put in the event something bad happened, and then I realized like the day before the tournament that SP is a warrior, because I'm so used that to IP being a cybers, I thought this was also a cybers just naturally, which is really good. So if we ever have to make a SP and then we find a way we can actually continue, he just needs 2 warrior monsters, including a 6am, so we can go SP. Make a 6am. Or actually, what I did in one game was I SP'd, banished my opponent's monster effect, brought this back, and then next turn I summoned a 6am and went right back into this and just kept comboing. Uh, absolutely hilarious. I love it here. And then because of the normal monster, we are playing the 1 Link Spider. You got nibbed, and you got 4 counters on Gateway. Cool. Go grab nib. Not nib. Go grab the normal monster. Summon Link Spider. Link Spider. Summon the normal monster. Go ahead and play the game. Side deck. Side deck is very like I like showing my side decks. I tell people don't copy side decks like card for card because it's 1, it's personal preference. 2, it's like your own local metagame, and 3 depends on what you think you're going to play against the most. The other 2 Nibirus, this card is okay. Nibiru's always in and out of the meta. I think Nibiru's good right now. It's a good side card. I wouldn't be mainboarding it. I only mainboard my 1 because it's a crossout target. In the event, I play against someone that just happens to have a game 1. 3 Meows. I almost said Perulia. I'm not playing Perulia at all. 3 Meows for the Malice matchup. Fun fact, I didn't play a single Malice player. I really only saw Mitsurugi Raizio almost the entire day. I think it was 5 of my 8 rounds I played against Mitsu Raizio, and I only lost to 1 of them. So 4-1 against Mitsu Raizio, and that's not bad at all. 3 Dark Ruler. We understand the Dark Ruler. The opponent takes no damage whatsoever, but with the red-blue loop, you can actually red pop all their cards. So if you can go Dark Ruler, they lose all effects, and then you just go through red and just blow up their entire board. Didn't side this at all this weekend. It never came up. Back row hate because we auto lose to stun. Labyrinth we have a hard time again, so we just side in the back row hate and just laugh at them. Never sided these. 3 evenly matches. Sided this card a lot because we struggle going second sometimes, and you absolutely need this card. Never played it. It never came up. I saw it once on a draw from Saryuja, and I saw it once against my round 1 opponent, and then he made the Ouroboros to rip a card out of my hand. I had 4 cards in hand, and he just happened to hit this, and I went, we'll go to game 3. Good job, man. And then the last card I play is I do play 1 copy of 6 Strike Sextuple Barrage. Konami allowed the word sex on a card, so it's absolutely hilarious. This card came out in Suda. This is stupid. If you control 3 or more 6 TM secret monsters with different names, for every 6 Bushido counters you control, reduce this number by 1. So you don't even need to have any synchro monsters on board. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. This set card in its owner's control is destroyed or banished by an opponent's card effect. You can special a 6 Samurai monster or a Shian effect monster from your deck, extra deck. I had so many people read this card. They read it and they go, "This is stupid. Why did they print this?" This is in my side because it is a 6 strike card, and for those of you that remember, he can search 6 strike. So if we open the 6 strike quick play, we can make him chainlink 3, and then if we get Ash, so we can't add this, we're not too upset. But this is funny follow up. So that is my side deck. So going through everything, I'll go through the side deck again real quick. If I was ever going first, I sided this. Sided this, never got to use it. Never sided it, but it's staples in every side deck. Never sided. Didn't get to play Malice, so never sided. Sided every now and then. There are ways to FTK with this deck. We do have 4 win conditions. We either A, FTK you, B, we set up a nice control board. Oh my god, excuse me. Set up a nice control board. B, this happened 3 times by the way. If your opponent Perulias you, you red blue combo, and they keep drawing their entire deck, and then you deck them out. If they Fuelos you, you can also just loop all your cards, and they just cannot do anything anymore. Uh, if you're under Perulia or Fuelos and you get to here, save this for when they try to droll, because you just turn off the droll and you go, no, we're not. You're going to keep drawing. I'm going to deck you out. I decked 3 people out because of the Mulch Armies. Mulch Armies are good, but in this matchup, side them out. Do not play Mulch Armies into this deck. We will deck you out. So yeah, you have FTK stun build against the Mitsu Raizio player game 1. I summoned this that had the level manip and 2 of these, and I went cool. I told him, I was like, just so you know, I have a monster negate, and all monsters you control lose 1 level, and I have 2 spell and trap negates, and all your monsters lose in 1,000 attack. Brother looked at this board, summoned X, dumped Aggregator, said Aggregator target, and I went cool negate. And then he went Mitsurugi Prayers, so I went negate. Activated Raizio Cross, I went cool. I knew he couldn't XZ summon, didn't do anything. Then he went Mitsurugi Ritual, and I said negate, and then he said, yeah, we'll just go next game. So yeah, honestly, and then number 4, like I pointed out earlier, you can summon Battle Shogun, get a crap ton of counters, and just crash into a monster, and your opponent goes, oh, I didn't know he was that big, and well, that just happened. All in all, the deck is really good. Uh, you will probably get people hating you if you play this deck. Again, in the extra deck, this is the only card I would change. I don't know what I would change it for. He's never come up, but I know the second I cut him, I'm going to be in a scenario where I go, wish I had this guy. But yeah, so 31st out of, I don't know the official number. I heard 160, I heard 180. Either way, it was only top 24 invites, so I'm a little upset I didn't get my invite with this. But then again, I showed up playing a rogue meme deck that should not work, and we got 31st. That's pretty good. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy the deck profile. If you want to see more deck profiles like this, I can probably get a better camera, get some better lighting, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video. If you have any questions about this deck, if you want to know how to FTK, there are people who can explain the FTK a lot better than I can. There are other YouTube videos. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. So if you want to see more deck profiles, let me know in the comments. I got a bunch of different decks I enjoy playing that are not meta. They're rogue, and they're really fun, and you can win events with them. So I'll see you all hopefully in the next video.